Hello, good morning dear students. Welcome to our GKRB online classes. So today we will discuss about the second chapter of your geography section of our geography textbook, and that is what? Land, soil and water resources. Land, soil and water resources. Through the what title of the chapter name we can find out that these are the most important natural resources, or you can say these are the gift of what? Natural resources to what? Us, to human being as well as to wildlife. So today we will discuss about what? Land, one of the most important what? Natural resources. After that soil, the natural resources and water. So these are the three important what? Natural resources. And if we have to what? You can say maintain our life here, okay, or running our life in our environment, that then we have to what? Need this three type of what? Natural resources: land, soil and water. So our earth means our earth consists of both what? Land masses as well as what? Water bodies. Okay, so land mass what? Accounts for about 20% from 100%. Land masses consist of only how many percent? 29%. Okay, land mass, and 71% of what? Water. Means our earth consists of 29% of land masses and 71% of water bodies. Okay, then land. First we have to start from one of the most important natural resources, what? Land. So land is considered what? A special gift provided from nature. Okay, then it fulfills most of their requirements from shelter, means we can settle or mostly we land. One of the most important or natural resources which is a gift from provided from the nature. Okay, it fulfills most of our requirements from shelter to food and clothing, then communication, setting of industries, factories, okay, and trade and commerce. Then all areas of land are not what? Hospitable, or you can say all areas of land we cannot what? Settle there. Got it? For human or habitations, such as snow covered areas we cannot what? Settle there. Then in mountain areas, in deep forest areas we cannot what? Also settle there or habituated there. Okay, after that in deserts we can't live there. Okay, then in hilly areas, in mountain areas we can't live there, mean that areas are not suitable for our habitation or livelihood. Okay, then the surface of land is not uniform. Okay, means the surface of land consists of major, you can say, divisions like mountains, plain areas, then plateau areas. Okay, then you can say forest areas. Okay, then they may be what? Classified into mountains, the landmass, then plains, plateau areas. Okay, then mountains are the most unique relief feature on the earth's surface. Mean in our northern direction, in India, in northern direction there are what? Himalayan mountain ranges are there. Okay, it what? It relieve or it protect us from our outsider enemy. After that the weather. Okay, it protects also. This plays relief features for India. Okay, after that plateaus are large highland areas of fairly level land separated from surrounding land by steep slopes. Okay, means what is the importance of this area? Mountains, plateaus, plains. Okay, what is the important? Means these are the, you can say, these are the physiographic division of land masses. Okay, what? Mountain areas, plateau areas and plain areas. So mountains play a relief feature for us, and it is suitable for habitation like what? Wildlife, for animals. That in plateau areas, in plateau regions, we can find out, mean the plateau region is in rich form of what? Consisting minerals. Okay. After that, the plain areas. In plain areas, most of the farming activities are done in plain areas. Mean plain areas help us in agricultural field. Got it? So the major physiographic division of the land masses what consists of mountains, plateau and plain area of India. Got it? So these are played most important role in relief feature as well as in extraction of minerals and what? In agricultural field. Got it? Okay. So the next topic is land use pattern in India. Land use pattern in India means the lands are used by forest, then the land used for agriculture, for grazing. Okay, for better understanding we can take the help of our textbook. Okay, there is a characteristics of land use pattern in India. So look at the pie chart carefully. Got it? This is the pie chart, or you can say this is the land use pattern in India. Means how the land masses are used by what? Cultivation or forest, means or areas under forest. So this is the pattern, means how the Indian land masses are used. Okay. So net sown areas mean the agriculture areas. Okay, consist of 45.73%. Mean in our total land, okay, 45% areas are used for agricultural activities or farming activities. Okay, after that 22.87% areas are covered of or area under forest. Means the forest covers what? How many? 22.87% of total land masses. Okay, then area under permanent pasture or for grazing. Okay, 4.43 areas are used for grazing or cattle rearing also. Then fallow land consists of 8.59%. Then the cultivated wasteland. So cultivated wasteland means in a particular period or in a particular region the farmers are use that land. Okay, after that after passing that particular season, okay, that area created as a wasteland. Got it? So the cultivated wasteland consists of 4.09% and area not available for cultivation. Mean the areas which are non-favorable, or you can say not suitable for doing cultivation, it consists 14.29%. Okay, so this is the what? Land pattern, or you can say the land use pattern in India. Okay, most of the parts, most of the land masses are used for agricultural work. Okay, after that most of the areas came under forest also. Okay, and area not available for cultivation means the non-favorable area where the farmers are not able to doing farming activities. Okay, these are the percentage of land use pattern of India. Got it? After that, soil resource. What? The second most important resource of the world. Got it? Natural resource. So soil is an what? Important component of land resource. It is an thin layer found on the surface of land, okay, formed by the disintegration of rocks and organic materials. Means how the soil resource, how the soil is formed. It is formed by the what? Disintegration of rocks and organic materials. Then the process of soil formation is extremely slow. Means it take a long time of years to formations, 1,000 years. Got it? Then the quality of land is determined by the thickness, or you can say, of the soil and its fertility. Got it? So the second number natural resource is known as what? Soil, and soil is the important natural resource of India. Okay, and we can grow crops, then grass, vegetables, and trees. Got it? After that, the nature of the soil primarily depends on the parental rocks that gets weathered. Means the fertility of the soil what dependent on parent rock. Okay. After that, the soil resource in India. Means what kind of soil are found in India. So there are, means in India we can found 6 type of what soils, or 6 type of major soil. Got it? One is alluvial soil. Then second, black soil. Laterite soil. Arid soil. After that, mountain soil. And number 6, red soil. Red soil, or you can write red and yellow soil. So we can find 6 type of major soil in Indian land. Okay, what are the soil or major soil? The alluvial soil, black soil, laterite soil, arid soil, mountain soil, or you can say also forest soil, and red and yellow. These are the what 6 types of soil which are placed in Indian land. Okay, so let's have a look the characteristic, or you can say the speciality of this soil, and in which regions of India, in which place of India these types of soil are found. Okay, we should start from alluvial soil. So the alluvial soil is the most widespread or covers the entire northern plain, you can say the northern direction of India, consists of what? Alluvial soil. Got it? After that, the parts of Gujarat, in parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan and eastern coast plain, we can easily found the alluvial soil. Got it? After that, it is very fertile. In nature, the alluvial soil is very fertile and what? Very suitable for agricultural activities, very suitable for what? Farming activities. Got it? Then in alluvial soil, we can grow crop like sugar cane, paddy and wheat. Grow sugar, paddy and wheat. Okay, there are 2 versions of what? Alluvial soil. And we can find out the 2 types of alluvial soil. One is what? Bhangar, and another one is Khadar. Bhangar and Khadar, the two versions of alluvial soil. So what is Bhangar? Okay, Bhangar is the old alluvial soil. Means age to age. Okay, like the age or time duration of this soil, the alluvial soil are divided into two versions, two categories, Bhangar and Khadar. So what Bhangar, or you can say Bhangar, the old alluvial soil, and Khadar, the new alluvial soil. Okay, means the flowing rivers from the mountain ranges, from Himalaya mountain, the rivers are flow from what, up to down, and they created a deposition of soil in the mountain feet areas. Okay, from that feet area, the we can find what the alluvial soil is there. Got it? The older alluvial soil is known as what? Bhangar, and the new alluvial soil is known as what? Khadar. Got it? In Bhangar, there are more conker nodules, or you can say small pebbles. Got it? Small stones is there. So it is what? Less fertile. And in Khadar, it is more fertile than the Bhangar, because very less nodules or less pebble is there. Got it? And we can find the alluvial soil in northern plain areas, in north direction of what? Our India. Got it? After that, the second soil is what? The black soil. What? The black soil. What is the characteristic of this black soil? Okay, it is ideal for growing cotton. Okay, for cotton farming, for cotton what cultivation, it is very ideal. Means it is in very positive nature what in cotton cultivation. That's why the black soil is also known as what? Cotton soil. We can call black soil as cotton soil because the speciality of the features of black soil is very favorable for what? Cotton cultivation. Okay. It has high capacity to store moisture. Then it covers the northwestern Deccan Plateau in the middle part of India. Okay, in Maharashtra Plateau and in Malwa Plateau. Means the black soils is mostly found in Plateau region, and it is very favorable for what? Cotton cultivation. That's why you can call black soil as what? Cotton soil. Got it? After that what? Laterite soil. So what is the speciality or special features of laterite soil? Okay, we can found in the areas of high rainfall and high temperature. Means this type of soil is found in high rainfall areas and in high temperature areas. Okay, and it what consists humus content. Okay, is low as bacteria die in high temperature. Mean in laterite soil the content of humus is very low. That's why the bacteria are what die in laterite soil. Okay, and it is suitable for cultivation with adequate, means with the adequate what? Doses of manure and fertilizers. Means with the help of fertilizers and manure we can grow crop in laterite soil also. Got it? Because it contains very less humus, that's why we have to what? Put more doses of what? Fertilizers and manure in it. Got it? Then the laterite soil found in Karnataka, in Kerala, in MP, Tamil Nadu, then high region of Assam and Odisha. Okay, and in laterite soil it is very favorable for what? Tea and coffee plantation. Tea and coffee plantation. Got it? After that the arid soil. The arid soil what found ranges from red and brown. Color. Okay. the color of the arid soil red and brown in color, and texture, you can say texture of this soil is sandy. Got it? Then forms due to climate, and how this arid soil, and you can say the process of arid soil. What is the process of arid soil? Process of formation of arid soil. Okay, so how it is formed? It forms due to what? Climate, high temperature, and lakes in humus and moisture. Okay, these factors are responsible of formation of arid soil. What? High temperature, then climate, okay, after that humus and moisture. Okay, and if we want to do agricultural activities here, then what? We need proper irrigation for farming. Okay, we need proper you can say water supply system for farming activities in arid soil. Okay, and we can found the arid soil in west part of Rajasthan, in west part of Rajasthan. Okay, after that mountain soil in hilly regions. Okay, in forest areas, in mountain areas, we can found what? The we can found the mountain soil. Okay, and it is what? Not much more fertile, because the rocks or the small pieces of pebbles mostly are there. That's why it is not favorable for agricultural activities. Got it? Then red soil. The sixth number soil is red soil. So red soil is formed by weathering of old igneous rocks. Means the red soil formed by what? Old igneous rocks. The red color is due to high iron content. Okay, means highly, it is comprised with highly composed of iron content. That's why the color of this soil is red. Okay, then it is comparatively less fertile, so it needs what? Chemical fertilization. Means it is less fertile. That's why if we have to do farming activities here or agricultural activities here to grow crops here, then we have to put more doses of fertilizers and manure, like in laterite soil we use. Got it? After that, red soil covers extensive areas of peninsular plateau. Okay, means in peninsular area of India we can find what? The red soil. Okay, after that it is found in the state like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, okay, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. It is suitable for the cultivation of oil seeds and millet. Means the oil seeds and millets we can grow, or we can cultivate it in red soil. So these are the what? Six type of, you can say, the most important soil which are found in Indian regions. Got it? So these are the six type of soil we can found in Indian regions. Okay. After that, the demand of food day by day, okay, then raw materials and other needs to growing population. For growing population day by day, what we need more food, we demand more food. After that, we also what demand more raw material for our population. That's why what? Soil erosion problem is created. What? Soil erosion problem is created. So what is the problem? Soil erosion. What is the problem? Soil erosion. So soil erosion, what? The denudation, or you can say the washing down of the cover soil. The washing down of what? Cover soil, and subsequent means it is rapidly or subsequently it is washing down by natural forces as well as by the human activities. Okay, and that causes at that activities created the soil erosion problem. Got it? Mostly the deforestation, then after deforestation, overgrazing, then mining work, then constructing work. Okay, then wrong farming method. These are the reason behind what soil erosion. Okay, and our next topic based on or related to soil erosion, that is what soil conservation means. What are the possible ways should be followed by us to conserve the soil, because day by day the population is exploited day by day, and means the number of population growing rapidly day by day. For the fulfillment for the needs of populations, okay, we have to grow more crop, we need what more raw materials for making goods. Okay, so day by day the soil erodes by natural activities as well as natural forces like water flow, then air flows, and also the wrong farming methods and the constructing work and mining work are done by us. That's why what the soil erosion problem is occurred in front of us. Okay, so what are the possible ways to conserve soil? Okay, so our next topic based on soil conservation. Means what ways should be followed by us to conserve or to, you can say, the protect the soil erosion problem. Okay, first we have to follow the process of afforestation. What afforestation means? We have to plant or grow more and more trees. Got it? These are the solution of soil conservation. Means through this way we can conserve the natural resources like soil. Okay. After that, limited grazing. Limited grazing. Okay. Then third, proper disposal of industrial waste. Okay, proper disposal of industrial waste. After that, limited or you can say proper irrigation. Okay, then fifth, we should follow the what educate farming method, or you can say suitable farming method for cultivation. So through this way, okay, through follow this way we can able to what conserve soil. Okay, then we should follow suitable farming method. Suitable farming methods like what? We should follow the mixed farming. Okay, means crop rotation. After that, we should follow the terrace cultivation and counter ploughing for better water flows, for better water supplies in our field. After that, what? We should follow the strip cultivation process in our farming land. So these are the solution, or you can say these are the ways we should follow for soil conservation. We should follow toward prevent soil erosion problem. Got it? So this is all about what land resource, okay, and the types of soil, or you can say the areas under cultivation, areas under forest area under grazing. After that, the types of soil we are discussing about, and soil erosion, the problem of soil erosion, and what are the ways to be followed by human being to solve to prevent soil erosion problem, or these ways should be followed by us to protect soil, or you can say for soil conservation. Got it? So our next important resource is what? Water resource. The third number resource. Okay. So water is the important resource. About 90% of Earth's water. Okay. About how many? 90% of Earth waters is available in ocean, in seas, in seas, in ocean, and in lakes areas. Okay, the water of ocean and seas is saline, means is salty, and you can means we can't use them in our daily life for consumptions, for agriculture, and what for uses in industry. We can't use the water of seas and seas and oceans. Got it? Because by the texture, by the what you can say, by the character, the water which are placed in oceans and seas, they are saline in nature. Okay. Then rainfall is the main source of fresh water. Okay, means we can use the fresh water which are fulfilled by the rainfall. Then other source of fresh water are rivers. You can find fresh water, or you can the water which are came from rivers by the rainfall. Okay. After that, lakes, tanks, wells, the reservoirs, and underground, they are favorable for our daily use. Means that are the fresh water, and we can consume that, easily consume that. Okay. After that, water resource in India. What? Water resource in India. Water resource in India. So water resource of a country what constitute one of the vital asset. Okay. Of all the planet's renewable resource in water has a unique place, as it is essential for what? Sustaining all form of life, then food production and economic development. Water is what? One of the essential natural resources for our daily life, for our production and our economic development. Okay. Then with rapidly growing population and improving living standards of the people, the pressure on our water resources is increasing, and per capita availability of water is decreasing. By the population exploitations, okay, the availability of water day by day, it is rapidly decreased. Okay. Also due to what? Variability in monsoon, the country face floods and drought alternately. We also faced what? The natural calamities like what? Drought and floods. Got it? So over exploitation of groundwater is leading to reduction in river flows and its decline. Okay, it is the you can say the main cause of availability of water in today's. Okay, in this area, in modern areas, the availability of water what? Decrease day by day. Okay. Then India is gifted with a river system comprising more than 20 rivers with several tributaries, or you can say the small rivers which are connected with big rivers. Okay, many of these rivers are perennial and some these are seasonal. Means out of 20 rivers which flow in India and what fulfill the water facilities to the population, some rivers are perennial. Perennial rivers means the water flows continue in that rivers. Okay, because the rivers which are perennial, mostly they are originated from glaciers body. That's why means in a whole year the flow of water is not decreased in perennial river. And what are seasonal river? In seasonal river the water flows in a particular season. Okay, and rest of the time what the river is not full with water, or you can say the flow of water is decreased. Got it? That are called seasonal river. Most of the rivers are seasonal and perennial in India also. Okay, and in seasonal river only the rivers or water flows happen in rainfall. Okay, but in perennial rivers the rivers are flow throughout a year because these are originated from glaciers body. Got it? After that, the contamination of water resources, or through which ways the water is impure. Okay, or you can say the water is polluted through which ways. The first one is what? Contamination due to industries. Means the industrial pollution, or you can say the industrial waste what polluted the water. Okay, most of the industries or you can say factories are situated near river banks because for their production work they are use what? Water. Okay, water after that the industrial waste are also disposal by what you can say delivered by the industries and factories in rivers. That's why the rivers are polluted by industrial disposal, industrial waste. Okay, after that contamination due to agriculture, means how the water polluted by agricultural activities. Means nowadays in modern period the heavy doses or heavy users of what fertilizers and chemicals in our farming field. Okay, what the soil you can the fertility of soil what decrease day by day, and what the agricultural field, or you can say the water which are supplied in our agricultural field, the water is contaminated, or you can say polluted by chemical users or users of fertilizer. Okay, after that polluted due to domestic waste or contamination due to domestic waste. Means a number of water what related activities are carried out in homes, especially in urban areas, in town areas. Means what we throw the garbages, then home you can say home wastes into drain into river. That's why for our due to our daily wastes or due to our what throughout of daily uses, the water also contaminated or water also polluted by our throwing of daily material, daily garbages into water. Okay, after that which goes as what? Sewerage carrying chemical, bleaches, using means detergent like you can say surf. Okay, pollutes the river, pollute the water. Okay, after that what? Contamination due to oil spills or polluted due to oil spills. Means in the process of extraction of crude oil from the sea. Okay, or you can say the import export of oil material through the water ways. In big vessels means the ships what carried big vessels, oil get damaged, that oil spread over a vast surrounding sea area. Means during the drilling time, during the you can say the extraction of crude oil from the depth of the sea, depth of the earth's surface in water bodies. Okay, some means surrounding sea areas. Okay, then spread over a vast area through in a drilling period. What the oil exploited and what it you can say spoil over a vast area in water bodies. Okay, then similarly what seepage of oil take place due to some negligence or failure in drilling, in that extraction period. Okay, some failures are happened there, that's why the oil spoils or seepage is a vast area. That's why the water bodies are like sea water, then ocean water, okay, that are contaminated or that are what you can say polluted by the oil spill also, or oil extraction, incident of oil extraction also. Okay, so the waters are polluted by industrial work, then agricultural work, then our daily domestic through the domestic waste into water. After that what due to oil spills. Okay, so the next question is what ways should we follow for soil you can say water conservation. Okay, water conservation means how we can able to extract a solution or make solution for water conservation. Okay, so for the conservation of water, the ways should be follows like industrial effluents must be recycled and treated properly before releasing them into the rivers. Okay, after that the use of pesticides or you can say fertilizers must be banned and chemical fertilizers should be replaced by manure. Got it? After that waste water from kitchens, bathroom and sewage should be recycled. In our domestic waste, the waste water from kitchens, from bathrooms and sewage should be recycled. After that what? Vigilant personnel are required at oil drilling sites. Got it? After that the above measures or the waterways what will help in preserving our precious water resources and keeping them free of contamination of pollution. Okay, so that the water remains pure and it's fit for consumption. So these ways should be follows to conserve the water. So this is all about your second chapter, what land, soil and water resources. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.